Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2020 novel sequel book, The Shadow of Kyoshi by F.C. Lee. This is the sequel to The Rise of Kyoshi. I expressed how much I hated the first book. This book is much shorter. It is still in that descriptive style of writing. You don't need 3 paragraphs when you can sum up something in 3 sentences. I get it. Each author is different. There's multiple ways to tell a story. But since we're going to have Kyoshi in animated form via feature film or TV series, there's no point of these books. So this was much better than the first one. I will say that. I loved how this opened. We opened up with Yoon in the spirit world, how he, got his powers or something to that extent before he attacks Jiansu and Kyoshi, and then Kyoshi winds up killing Jiansu in the first book. Jiansu is, of course, the earthbending sage, if you will, who was one of the ones who declared Yoon the Avatar, even though Kyoshi's the Avatar, and Kyoshi and Yoon grew up together technically in Jiansu's mansion, right? So yeah, you have Karuk and Yangchen, the Avatars, before Kyoshi, but it was still presumed that Yoon was always the Avatar. So like, they were friends, and Rangi was Yoon's bodyguard. Rangi's the earthbending, the firebending girlfriend of Kyoshi. So, like, they all knew each other. They all grew up together. So it was hard for Kyoshi now having to team up with Rangi to defeat Yoon. But that was the premise of this book, basically. Why is Yoon so powerful? What is his objective in regards to he destroys a bunch of, Fire Nation paintings and all these different, aristocrats and clan members of the Fire Nation. The Fire Lord is not having any of it. So that's the point of this book. It's Yoon's revenge, basically. But it's more of a Kyoshi's still killing people, and she's still, trying to figure out certain bending abilities. She has her fire, air, and water instructors that are helping her along the way. And a lot of this book is trying to protect Heiran, who is Rangi's mom. She's like a headmistress of this, firebending school, and she was one of the ones who did decree that Yoon was the Avatar. But now that Yoon is back and he's got these spirit powers with Father Glowworm, that we found out that Yoon actually ate Father Glowworm, which was a pretty cool scene, I will admit. So it's trying to stop Yoon, trying to have him stop or having to stop him. So it winds up that Yoon goes on a killing spree, go figure, and he's killing everybody who declared that he was the Avatar, because now his life is ruined. So it's a very, resentful teenage years. Kyoshi's, 17 in this book, if she was 16 in the last book. And so the ending, we have a Yoon and Rangi face off, and he winds up stabbing Rangi in the back with like some earth, and like she survives thanks to Kyoshi waterbending. But Kyoshi killing Yoon almost the same way that she killed Jiansu was pretty cool. I will say that the way that Jiansu was killed, remember we talked that she had earth, like a rock or something, and she pushed the rock through his chest and caught it out the back with earthbending. So she kills Yoon with waterbending, and she puts her hand on his chest, and then ice comes out his back, and his heart and his lungs are frozen, and then he is no more, dead. But now it's a matter of, is Father Glowworm gonna come back as a spirit, or like is Yoon's spirit officially attached to Father Glowworm? We're not gonna know that information unless we dive into that via a TV series. But like, it was an okay book. I didn't hate it as much as I hated the first one. I think it's because I knew what I was expecting in this book, because I knew I was going to get aggravated reading this book, and I was aggravated reading this book. Because again, you don't need 3 paragraphs of description when you can sum it up in 3 sentences. I will say that until the day I die. But, it was alright. I'm reading all these 5-star reviews on like Amazon and Barnes and Noble and Target, and I'm like, do you people read other books? Like, it's just mind-boggling how many people are obsessed with these books when they're not well told. the plot points are good. The killing is good, because it's not like, you know, how Aang and Korra are very reserved and I don't want to kill people. But like Kyoshi's like, F this bitch, and just kills people. I like that. But like, I don't know. It's just not how you move a story along. You don't tell a story the way that these stories are told. It's unfortunate. I'm not going to keep revisiting it. And yeah, so I cannot wait to read the next Avatar comics, because I know those comics are damn good, because we talk about how damn good those comics are. But these chapter books, they're killing my soul, man. Unless, like, I don't know, maybe it's my issue with how FCE writes, maybe. And obviously they're doing quite a good job within the fandom, because this is the sequel book and clearly they're making a crap ton of money because of that. But like, I am not a fan of the way that they write. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm entitled to that opinion, as we all are entitled to our opinions to an extent. But like, I've read so many things. I've reviewed so many things. I've reviewed so many books. I've reviewed so many movies, so many TV shows, so many plays, so many musicals, so many toys. I know how story works, and like, this doesn't work. That's it. I repeating it again. We done. We out. Water Tribe out. Mucho mahalo.